Welcome back, everybody, to SNG Weekly. And you're probably wondering, why am I holding this alien in my hand? Well, some of you are pretty up on things, and you probably recognize this. This creature here once killed me in a movie called Laser Blast. And this is the Bilkin kit that I still have that was given to me by my dear friend Bob Burns. He used to come over every Christmas, and he'd always bring me a Bilkin kit. I have quite a few of them that I've never painted, but we are eventually going to paint them. But why I have this, and I digress, is that we have had some requests for a Laser Blast figure, and not of Kim Milford, but of me in the beginning of the movie with the outfit from Logan's Run On, and the gun I made, and the pendant I made, and the makeup that I did that Neill put on me wearing my contacts from Omega Man. Yes, Omega Man. I got those from Morton Greenspoon and wore them out in the desert with Paul Gentry and Dave Allen and Neill. And we shot that opening sequence by ourselves on Dave's old Mitchell. But again, I digress. We're going to make a figure, an 18-inch figure. If you guys are interested, and I got a feeling you are, so I'll be curious to hear your comments on that. And that's why I'm holding this, because I want to talk about that. You need to go check out our website, because Mary's been very hard at work on the website, adding and making the site better, but we've added a lot of things to our store. We have some new items that we're going to sell in the works, and of course you've seen the Batman cowl, and pretty soon you're going to see the Batgirl. Actually, it's a Batgirl.
Batwoman.
Anyway, cowl, and we're going to be offering those. We're going to be offering a couple more items from Communion. Whitley and I were talking last weekend. I said, you know, gee, I think I'll do a figure and a mask, and he said, sure, you know, because he gives me the rights, and only me the rights, to make those items. So we're going to probably bring back the mask and an 18-inch figure of the full alien too. So it's going to be some pretty neat stuff. This week we got the perks to do. I've got to get those done and get them out to our backers for Martians Attack SNG film, and also we'll be working on the Skydiver. So let's go start working on it.
What about our questions?
Our questions! That's right, Mary's come up with a new feature, and that's going to be, you can write us and ask questions, and we will answer them in a question and answer portion of SNG Weekly. So you've been told.
Write to Steve Neill's Garage at Gmail.
That's right. Write to Steve Neill's Garage, Steve Neill's Garage, all one word, at gmail.com. That's a real hard one to remember. Oh, heck, there's the link right there. Anyway, can I get to work now? Okay, let's go, because that's fun. We are back to the Skydiver. Everybody's happy, including me, because you know what? We're going to finish it. Well, at least we're going to finish the paint job, is the plan here. And what I'm doing is masking off everything that has to be masked off, and it's quite a lot, and getting all the last little fine, like pinstripe type details done on the model. And what's throwing me on this model is that the scribing is off. So whenever I try to follow the scribe lines to match to, the things don't line up exactly. It's kind of odd. So that's causing some problems with this model, but we'll get around it. So I've got all the white stripes on it now. I've got all the red stripes on the top side. There's still more to get. I'm just like painstakingly going over it again and again and again, looking at my pad and the pictures of the real one and some of the models people have built, and just endlessly doing this. Now I could do this with pinstripe tape, but the problem with this pinstripe tape is that it can be too shiny, and what if it comes off? That worries me that it might come off. So I'm painting everything on. I had some pinstripe tape on the model. It looked really good and really precise, but I'm finding this works so much better. And again, it's permanent. I'm not going to have issues with this. What I've got going here is some all-clads, and most of the leading edges on this model, except these back here, have copper striping over it. Probably indicate other panels. And I'm using all clads on that to put those in, like so. You can't see any of this because of the position of the camera, but I'm going to come around that side in a minute. This is mostly what we have to do this week, is get this done from my good friend Byron. And soon we should have the cylinder that goes inside to make this work. So the idea here is to get it completely painted so that when the cylinder arrives, and I can put in the electronics and the ballast system, and that doesn't go there because I already had some stripes on that side already, and put this in this case we're going to put it in the bathtub. This fits the bathtub, so we're going to be testing this in the bathtub at home, back at the condo, which is fine. We've got a hot tub we could put it in too, but the water's pretty hot, so I'm not sure that's a great thing for submarines. That takes care of all those guys. God, I love old clads. Now I got to do some silver work over here. We're going to come back after I get all this done and we can take a look at it, because it's practically going to be done, which is really cool. You're probably wondering what it is I'm doing right now. Well, we live near two airports, Camarillo, and the other one is, yeah, there it is Oxnard. And in Camarillo, we have a lot of World War II airplanes, and there's a very distinctive sound, a difference from a P-51 Mustang and a freaking Supermarine Spitfire, which just flew over. What a lovely sound. Anyway, if you know your airplanes, you know what I'm talking about. If you love your airplanes, you know what I'm talking about. We managed to get a lot of work done yesterday, and I'm now working on it more today. It still has more to go. There was these little covers that had to be made that go over here. This is where you take the engines off and on, and that's how you eject the pilot. I haven't attached that yet because I'm going to put some kind of little seat back, pilot, and something up in here. I'm not sure what yet. I'm going to come up with something today. But here's the bottom, and you can see how I cut this all open. Now, somehow, since there's no opening here, I've got to get the screen in there. This is going to be interesting, but I will do it. But this is looking really nearly finished now, all the way around, and I've been using one of these, which I just love these. These are just the best, aren't they? And was able to pop a bunch of relief there and stuff. And what really is cool about this is that this is not Canon, but it looks like a hatch or something. This is the magnet. I have to do the same thing on this side. And
people who don't watch you all the time, what was that you held up?
this is the Sky, and this is the diver. This is Skydiver from.
That's the paint.
Oh, the paint. Oh, well, it wasn't paint. It's kind of like cosmetics for model builders, both men and women.
And they're called what?
And it looks just like the stuff you put on your eyes and stuff, and it gives you the same applicator. But this is for weathering. This is my favorite one. This is a Tamiya Weathering Master. Weather Reen Master, I guess is what they call it. And there it is in Japanese too, which I can't pronounce. And it's orange, rust, gunmetal, and silver. And these are the ones I use the most. Now, they do have other ranges of colors. And one of these will last you a very long time. It's really incredible. You can paint something and it's got relief, and you want to get the relief back, like you want the silver to pop, and you just go like that, it's back. You want to seal it with something, especially if it's going to go in water. So you see how well that all fits together, and this is nice and snug now and comes in and out and goes into there without wobbling around. And I think you can see from underneath, kind of, sort of, in this shot, that we're almost done. So we're going to put a few more little tiny parts on that I missed, and we're going to finish out the paint job, hopefully get a pilot in there today. You will see that next week, because that will not be part of this week's video, which is much shorter than we have done previously, and this is due to we had to get all the perks done for our backers for Martians Attack SNG, our movie, which we are quickly moving towards actually shooting some footage, maybe as early as next week, and I'm going to start doing some CG too for the opening sequence. So you're going to see all that stuff happen next week too. Well, you'll see some of it anyway, we hope.
You didn't tell him about the statue, did you, Jordy? The statue? That's the one. Yep. And this is for Rob, who was kind enough to back us on Martians Attack SNG. We're just missing the base, which Jeff helped is sending a couple of more bases down. But this is the finished Cochran sculpture, statue, cast up from resin and patinaed and weathered to look like a bronze statue. Glad to have that done. As soon as we get the base for that, it will go straight out. We also got both Spock busts done, and they're also done in bronze and patina. We put really nice felt on the bottom, which really finishes them off very, very nicely. So that has been done like that. And likewise on the communion bust, they have nice felt on the bottom, and of course they've been signed to Christopher Hunt. This is yours. Whitley didn't personalize these, but he did sign them, and this one's for Jim Boyle, my good friend Jim Boyle, who made the lovely Captain Jack, not from Torchwood, from Master and Commander belt buckle for me. It was so great that Adam Savage also got one of. I had him sign that as well, because I just went and saw Whitley. Mary and I saw him the other night. And of course to Simon, dear Papa, he said, please have him personalize it to me. If you do, there it is. I got it personalized to Simon. I should have him put to Papa, the crazy mad model maker, but I thought that was too much to ask. He was in a hurry. So these are signed and finished off really nice. There's a few crumbs down there, but hey, you know, you can find your way home that way. Those are.
Where can your friends get ready?
Well, I'm not finished quite yet. Then there's these 6 pairs of Spock ears. Now you can't wear these. These are very, very thick rubber, and they're designed to last a very, very long time. And they're made from the actual masters from my molds I made way back when in 1978 for the next Star Trek: The Motion Picture. And so these are actual castings from the original sculpture. And as Mary points out, where can you get these if you want them yourself? You can go to our website, www.steveneillsgarage.com, and go to our store, and we have a lovely store there with actual PayPal buttons that you can press, and it just means the minute we get one, we go to work and make your thing and send it out. So all the little trolls here get to busy and get to work, which is Mary and I. So you should go check it out. That's steveneillsgarage.com, and thanks, Mary, so much for putting all the hard work into the site. We are going to get back to work. Hi, everyone. Well, remember that beautiful Enterprise D that we did? Well, it was shipped to China, and it was, let me put this straight and clear to everyone so we don't get lots of email and comments about how we should or shouldn't have packed it. It was professionally packed. It was in a foam, it was encapsulated in foam. In other words, the way a camera is done. Okay, it could not move. It was in foam. Then that was inside of a cardboard box, and then that was wrapped in foam, and then put and packing material like this, and put in a custom-made wooden crate. It was sent to China, where it sat in customs for 2 weeks, as the previous model did, the X-Wing we sent to G-Lin, which got there fine. But this one, and this is according to what I believe, and also as you're seeing the picture right now of how it arrived. Also my packer, my professional packer, looked at it and said this had been opened and this breakage had been done by hand. So that is to say that the model had the box had been crate had been opened, and the model removed, and the model was broken, and probably he thinks was inspected for contraband or something like that, because the saucer section, as you can see, is ripped clean off. So Jilin has a friend in China who does a lot of tank models and stuff, and he sent it back like this. This has not been opened yet. He says this is a great way to pack models and they don't get broke. Well, it looks good to me. You know, this is wrapped in bubble wrap around a cardboard box. Let's find out what else was done, and then we'll take a look at the model. Now, you're seeing this all for the first time, as I am. I never trust a cardboard box, but then again, that's me. Okay. Very low mass. Very low mass, because the model's not heavy. I'm assuming this is right side up. Likewise, this is exactly what we had done. This foam is different. This is not the foam I sent it in. This is the way to pack it. Then we had this inside of a wooden crate. And still, this is interesting. So the saucer section is sitting right up here on top, and everything else is kind of in here like this. He didn't send the base back, but I don't need the base. This is all wrapped. And of course, when the model wasn't one piece, this couldn't have been done. Now, if a model's packed the way this is, and inside of a wooden crate, it is not going to be broken the way this model is broken. Something soft to put it on so I don't scratch it up, because this thing scratches so easily. But this is the risk you take when you ship a model, and you better be good at shipping, and even if you're not, well, actually, oh, he's got this facing around the other way. I see. Well, wow. I see the chips he's talking about, but I don't know where they're from. These aren't from the model. So far, there's some chips right there on the edge which can be repainted very easily because there's no real Aztecs there. Yeah, they're completely broken off. Right, the weld, the solder is broken clean off. So this is going to be a real problem to fix, because I'm not even sure where. Yeah, there's no sign of where those were soldered to. So anymore, they have definitely been in here poking and prodding. There's the two contacts right there. Let's see if it still lights up, because there won't be a short if I just leave that. So we're going to take this model over here. This was broken apart by hand. There's some kind of white paint or something that's on the model that was not there when I shipped it, which is really curious. It looks like most of the lighting is intact. I'm going to have to go get a plug. Okay, well, as you can clearly see, everything lights up still. So we're really lucky here. All I got to do is do some resoldering and some repainting, and I see there's a few places where light is leaking through. There's some stuff, but you should be able to fix this model up over a 2-3 day period. There's some damage up here I'm seeing, but it's going to take 3 or 4 days maybe to get this back where it was. There's something happened here, but overall we're lucky, really lucky. So again, someone, I don't know who, but must have unpacked this. I know it wasn't G-Lin, so it might have been, it might have even been our country that did it, that unpacked this before it was shipped to China to make sure that there wasn't something in there it shouldn't be or something like that. Because we didn't have any problem with the X-Wing, and that went through Chinese customs perfectly, and the model was in perfect condition. So who knows? But we can fix it, and we will send it back, and that's good. I'm really pleased that it's okay. Well, it's been a great week and a bit of a short video, but that's okay because you're going to have a real long one next week because we're going to talk about this some more and probably do some more work on it. And this is our Martians Attacks SNG spacecraft that has been controversial to say the least. But once you guys know the script, which you won't know until you watch the movie, then it all became clear to you why I'm going this direction. I really don't think it looks like the Nautilus. Go look at the Nautilus again. Yeah, it's sort of, kind of. But it's been a great week. And we're going to have a great show for you next week with lots of goodies in it. And don't forget to subscribe or I will send the Martians after you personally, and so will Mary. Or we'll have Rosie.
Where are we going this weekend?
Where are we going this weekend? We are going to a baby shower because Mary is about to become a grandmother. That's right, Emily and Brendan, her husband, wonderful guy, wonderful couple. They're having their first child. And we're not going to say, well, we actually can say.
Because they'll know Saturday.
They'll know Saturday, and this will be loaded Friday.
They don't watch.
They don't watch. Okay. It's a girl. And I've known that ever since Mary screamed from the other room and then showed me her phone with the, what do they call that?
The picture?
The picture, yes. What do they call it? A sonogram?
Yeah.
Of the baby, I knew instantly it was a girl. And there was a lot of controversy about that. Everybody thinks it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy. I knew it was a girl, and then we found out, in fact, it was a girl. But she doesn't know yet and won't until the shower we're going to this Saturday. So we will not be in here tomorrow for very good reasons. We'll be on our way down to see her. So you guys have a fantastic week. And don't forget to subscribe. I know I already said that, but it's always the last thing I got to say. Subscribe to our channel because you're about to have a really good time.